Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this week's the Comic Hall and Roundtable discussion. I am Matt Odom. We have Al Rainey, Sensei Al Rainey. We have Captain Xavier Randall, and myself, Matt Odom. Larry will be joining us a little later on in the show as he makes his grand entrance, his Sting 1997 entrance, as usual. Coming down from the rafters to give us his knowledge of comic books and more. Well, this week we're not going to waste any time. We got a lot on the plate, so we're going to go with the heaviest artillery first, and that is our pulls for the week. But before we get started, Xavier, Al, anything want to throw out there?
Um, they announced that the PlayStation Pro is going to be released November 10th. It's not called the Neo anymore; it's the PlayStation Pro, and they will also be coming out with a PlayStation Slim, but the Slim will just be called the PlayStation 4 because they're gonna do away with the old PS4s.
Okay, so they're going to fat boy, kind of like we did it, the fat boys.
hmm
Okay, Al, anything out on the docket you need to throw out there?
Not at the moment. I just want to thank everybody, as I always do, for joining us tonight. We appreciate your viewership. I'm excited for the show. We gonna do some talking and some showing and everything else in between. So I'm good, brother.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get this ship steady and get this thing rolling. We're gonna go ahead and kick things off. I'll get us started tonight, y'all. And this is first. Let's
Get us started.
well, well let's go ahead and let's go ahead and put this out there right now. So we didn't go to Dragon Con last week.
No.
Unfortunately, things came up, popped up, and that's just the way. That's just the way it is sometimes. And so it kind of worked itself out, and by that, I went comic book digging and came across probably one of the most rarest of rare finds that you'll run into. And I don't have it with me. Xavier Randall saw it today. He saw it twice, 2 days in a row, but he saw it. He saw it.
Yeah.
So he can verify. I found Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1 first print.
First print.
Mint condition.
First print, not the fourth print, not the second print.
Uno. And and I've already paid for it to be sent off to CGC, so that's getting taken care of. And that was getting it sent off to get slabbed was nowhere near as expensive as I thought it was going to be. It only came out to $23.50.
Really?
Are you serious?
Yeah. Will with over at Comics Plus, man, said if you just come to him, you got something you need to get slabbed, just let him know. Especially if you buy from him, he'll definitely cut your deal. So, if you ever pick up anything like a giant size X-Men #1, then if you get it from him, just have him slab it for you. So, and then you I think they get better deals for vendors. I could be wrong, but that was really nice of him to do that. So I'm excited to have that slabbed. If I had to grade it, probably about a 5. Once it's slabbed, probably could be anywhere from a 6 to a 7, just depending on what they want to say. I mean, I really don't give a damn what they say. I'm just satisfied as Ninja Turtles #1 first print and it's slabbed. So I'm a happy man. But I do have something else in the cut that I kept. I always keep a low profile on certain stuff. Don't reveal all my hands. So so Ninja Turtles #1, and also I have Tomb of Dracula #1. So I am done with Tomb of Dracula. I've got my keys for Tomb of Dracula. I caught this sucker for about $35, man, on eBay. It was one of those that was just sitting around deal. No, just flying under the radar. Grabbed it, checking it, and ran with it. Next up, we've got 2 of these. There's another one right here somewhere. Here it is. I bought this set, man. Dude had the set on. This is one of those Shazam deals, brother Al. The Death of Wolverine, the variant. I got this one. It's a pretty humorous cover, but I got these two variants. I paid about 18 for them. That if you remember, for those who don't know, you need to go out, just go to Google, type in CBSI, Comic Book Speculation Investment Group. It's on Google Plus. I've been on that for about the last 3 months. Absolutely love it. A lot of good stuff on there, good speculation, a lot of accurate speculation too. One of the guys in the group sent out a link one morning saying that they're going to release Hench Girl #1, but they're going to release an exclusive CBFS, which is a comic book store over in the UK. They're going to do a limited 250 re-release of the first issue, and so I went ahead and I snuck that. So I've got the original, not the very first print of the one that was sold by the artist. I've got the first print of Hench Girl #1, and I've got the reprint of the first print of this. So this would probably be about, I think, the second print, but this is a 250 limited print run. And I'm trying to see, yeah, as you can see, it's right here at the bottom of the cover there.
Hey man, didn't you say that particular book was going to get a TV show or something?
Yeah, that's the word. They hadn't put a time or a date on it, or but it is definitely in the works. Actually, it's one of the hottest selling comics that is out there, man. I didn't realize it was that popular until after I got the first 2 issues, and it like skyrocketed. And so I mean, it's a major cult following. All right, now we talked last week about Silk debuting in the Homecoming movie, so I went out and I snagged the Amazing Spider-Man #4, which is the one where, as you can see, she gets bit by the spider. So I snagged that. Was digging around this past weekend and came across Infinity Gauntlet #1. I think we've seen this on here before. I believe Antonio or Vince, somebody had this, but I went ahead and I snagged my copy so I could have it for when it blow up next year. Got another variant of All-Star Batman. Took a while for this one to come in. I guess they had to wait for the distributor. Excuse me, a little tired today. Excuse me, everybody. They had to wait for the distributor to get them their copies in, but they came, and so they mailed it. And it's the All-Star Batman. This is I call it the wheat deal variant. And
I like that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful cover. Beautiful cover. And that was the main reason why I got it. So got the other variant. I've got this variant of All-Star Batman. So
where did you get that one?
If you ask me, man, I have to go back and check. I believe it was I think it was Comic Exposure, if I'm not mistaken. I'm almost for certain it was Comic Exposure. You might want to look into that. X-23. This is the Marvel Women of Marvel one shot. That one. And my all new Wolverine came in over the weekend. This is from our.
I'm surprised you didn't pick that one up at Comics Plus when they had it.
Yeah, likewise. The Jinx. I picked this one up on our pull last week. It was in my stash that I forgot to mention last week, but this is one I picked up. I pick up strange stuff like this. It's #1. And I was like, you know what? I pick up Jinx. This looks like it could be a TV show or something. So I just, it's free, so I just, roll with it. More Ninja Turtles. The same day I got Ninja Turtles #1, I got home and in the mail I had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universe #1, and I bought this one, man. This is a $21 book, but it's a wraparound cover, and the work is done by Kevin Eastman. So I was elated to get this copy in the same day with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. Last night I was up at I went to have lunch with a couple of photographer friends and to do some business as well. And so on the way back, I decided that I'll check out a couple of stores up in the area. Now, I'm gonna tell you like this: I'm not gonna knock the store. I'm just gonna tell you, if you're going in the store looking for Silver Age collector's items, you're probably not gonna find it. They do have a hell of a lot of modern comics, and that's Titan Comics up in Atlanta. So we went there. They didn't have anything what I was looking for, so took another trip over to Great Escape Comics, which is up in Roswell, which is a pretty nice store. It's one of those intimate, quiet, small stores where you can kind of, just walk around, so like you see on TV. But anyway, they had the second printing of Killer Be Killed, which is the cover. I like this cover more than I like the original. And this one is actually harder to find because there was only one copy, and I snagged this one. Picked up The Killer Inside of Me. This is an old book that was written years ago. I'm talking like in the 70s or some odd. But they decided that they'd do a comic book adaptation to it. So I decided I'd pick this up just so I could look at it illustrated. Some of my stuff from last night that I got, I actually was so excited. I thought I picked up the wrong thing, but I was actually turned out to work out pretty well in my favor. I talked with Al about this last night. Picked up Teen Titans Annual #2. I was looking to pick up New Teen Titans #2, which is the first appearance of Deathstroke, but I was like, daggone it. But this is the first appearance of Vigilante, so I'll take that. And it's in perfect condition, and I only paid $4 for it, so I'll take it. No complaint. My other big pick was a giant Batman. I'm not sure if Al is around. I think Al is doing his thing, but this is a old school Batman. This is the one I was talking about last night, and I picked this sucker up for $20. This one has I picked it up because it was saying that is she Batgirl? Is it Catwoman, Poison Ivy, Vicky Vale? This was who is the most important woman in Batman's life. So I thought this would be something of pretty high significance later on down the line. So I was like, $20. It's an old school comic. I picked this one up. This is actually, man, this is really good condition. This is actually the oldest Batman comic I have, believe it or not. Most of my Batman stuff is usually stuff out of the modern age. Frank Miller, this 80s and up. But this is like the oldest Batman comic I have. So I was really excited to finally say I've got an old Batman comic. Unless I run up on some stuff, somewhere else. Brother Coleman, who is probably watching this, picked up the variant of Inhuman #12. This is a rare variant. You can find these now. This is one of these variants that actually are still floating around. You can get them at pennies on the dollar. And this is one that I think is going to probably, once the Inhumans explode, this is going to be one that's going to be hard to find. This is it's really a 1 in 5 variant. But this is one of those not in demand right now variant that I always tell you, if you see it, go get it now. This is exactly what that is. And I thought it was a beautiful cover of Medusa. So I said, snag that. Artwork is done by Phil Noto. Phil Noto did a lot of the Civil War covers, this recent run of Civil War. So I really like it. So I picked this one up. Was digging over at Comics Plus. Picked up the Thor Midtown exclusive variant. First appearance of female Thor. So I figured that'd have some kind of significance coming down the stretch. So I picked that one up. New comic sold out before I could even get out of the gate. And I just so happened to, I forgot where I got this from. I believe I got it from I know the website is tfaw.com. I cannot think of the name to save my life. But they had Kings Away West. I read the preview of this, man, and was really impressed with it. And I said, yeah, I'll pick this up. I think this would be something that's pretty good. So if you see this out in the wild, and snag this one up. This is pretty good reading here. Coming down the pipe, you got the Punisher. First appearance of Microchip. Microchip, for those who don't know, is the guy who pretty much made the weapons for the Punisher. Actually, spoiler alert, actually got into it with the Punisher towards the end, and they had a falling out. But I know with the TV show coming that he's gonna play a part on the TV show. He's gonna play a major part, and you can get this man for little or nothing. All right, this is the Punisher, the Origin Microchip Part 1, Punisher #1. So you can find this. Just type in Punisher Microchip, or you can kind of go to your local comic book store and get it. And
I like that cover.
Yeah, this is old. This one is old school, man. It's old school cover, man. So
like 80s Knight Rider cover.
Yep. Bingo.
Like how it's not focusing on Punisher.
Mm-hmm. This is one way out of the blue. This is Niobe. I saw this on the spec group, and they was like, pick this up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. And so I saw it for a reasonable price. I think it was like 10, maybe $10. But the catch is there are only a couple of hundred of these of this particular issue made. And so I was like, okay, well, I need to go ahead and snag that one up. So you know how I am. If I know it's only a couple hundred, I'll pick up one just because it's a low print run. Moving forward, got the Amazing Spider-Man. I'm waiting on next issue. It's the one I really want to read because that's somebody dies. Picked up Ricky and Mort, Little Poopy Superstar. This is the variant. They only had 3 copies of the entire series in the store. There was only one of these. That tells me one thing: low print run. LPO, low print run. So I know the variant for #1. There's a variant that's floating around that's going upwards of $1,000 to $1,500. So yeah, and this is Ricky and Mort.
Rick and Mort.
Yep, Ricky and
Really?
Would have never thought.
Well, the thing is, it's gonna blow up. Being that the Justice League trailer, when the Flash went in there on one of his screens, he was watching that show.
Yeah, didn't even think about that. Want to give a special shout out to Brother Randall for these next 2. We were standing there talking with the owner of Comics Plus today, and Xavier was just digging and digging and digging, just looking through boxes, and he's pulled these up. The Flintstones. So I got 2 copies. And this is old Flintstone, by the way. Because Wilma has on the black dress, and Fred has the black tie. So these are super old Flintstones. I'll let you go a couple. And everybody knows I'm a diehard Flintstones fanatic.
Oh, Vincent.
Vincent has decided to join us tonight. And we'll Vincent. Good evening, Vince. Good to see you, brother.
Vincent.
All right.
Nice to see you, sir. Long time no see.
All right. Slab City. We're going down to Slab City. Picked up Paper Girls #1. I picked this up for $20. Slab 9.8. Paper Girls is one of those. This is a variant cover, by the way. Paper Girls is one of those comics that's kind of starting to gain steam in the community, and I've noticed a lot of collectors are starting to go grab this. I think there is a show in the works, so it's close. They're pitching it, but this is definitely something that I can see being a show. So I went ahead and picked it up for $20 slab. I mean, come on, man.
I see that in a lot of people's collection.
Yeah, I mean, slab $20. Why not? I showed y'all that one last week. So this one, I think.
It's bad.
Believe it or not, yeah. Believe it or not, man. So, believe it or not, that is it for me this week, man.
You sure you can't go on for an hour?
Yeah, I think that is
just one slab.
What?
Yeah, that's it, fellas. That is it. Just one slab this week, man.
Oh Lord.
What?
Yeah. And so, I mean, Ninja Turtles, man, that was a hell of a piece of change. I had to drop on that. $700, man, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. But
the return, as Brother Randall would say, the return on that is, which is crazy because I was telling Al last night, and I hadn't told y'all this. I've had at least, and I'm not exaggerating, I'm not fudging, I've had at least 10 phone calls regarding what I sell at Ninja Turtles #1. Yeah, not selling. Not going
Don't
into that.
do
So
it.
if you're watching this,
Don't do
I'm
it.
not selling.
They don't even realize how big you are on Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I was just like, dude. I mean, I could just pan this camera over there to that wall, and you'll see Ninja Turtle sitting up on the shelf. I mean, no, not selling
Since
at
day
all.
one.
Yeah, not at all. So, all right. Well, brother Randall, we're gonna go ahead and let you get your haul out the way, my man.
All right. It's not a big haul, but went ahead and got Batman #6. Also got Green Arrow #6. I had to jump on board thanks to you all. Hey, great read.
Trying to tell you.
Oh, I listen. I listen. Go Brother Crocker. Also got Harley Quinn #3. I didn't get the variant. I like this one a little better. And I have Justice League. The variant cover is Batman. I had to get him. Yeah, Larry. I had to get him. Batman on the cover. There you go.
I come in. That's how you start, man.
Yes. Hey, you came in at the right time. I also got Nightwing #4. This is actually a good read too. I don't know if y'all got into it, but you might want to before they start jacking the prices up. Walking Dead 158 variant copy, and this is something that I picked up today. It's the last one, but this is Uncanny Deadpool #38. Just when I was pulling through the book, when I was looking through the box and gave Matt those two Flintstones, I saw this one, and he was like, "You better grab it." I said, "I'm not gonna put it down. I got it." So I had to do this, and I know Larry like this one because it's Marvel. So there you go.
And
I mean, look at that cover, man.
But it's an homage. I can't remember which one, but it's an homage to one of the Uncanny X-Men issues. I can't remember which one it is, but that's based on an older Uncanny X-Men book. I mean, the exact pose and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice cover, man. That's a nice cover. I was like, man, it's really nice.
I want to say that was a variant during the Axis period they had.
Yep, this is Axis.
Yep. Yeah, that is. The X-Men, him and L-Man are the X-Men connoisseurs. They know.
Love them.
Oh, one I don't have it with me right now, but I did. I mean, it's something I'm pretty sure you all already have it, but thanks to Jeff last week, I came across a copy of X-Men 300. So to get that one for free, hey.
With the one with it got a full, it's got a full cover, right?
Yeah. But
that's it for you, man. All right, so
somebody don't like me talking about X-Men.
All right, well we'll move on. We're gonna let Larry hop in there.
Hey, my haul is very light this week, man, because I didn't even get a chance to make a run today. But I did get something. I got my boy came in. So it finally came in, man. So
put it back up there again, man. Put it back up there again. Look at that. Look at the vanilla ice.
All right, stop, collaborate, and listen.
Yeah, so I've been
a brand new edition.
So my hip hop variants is complete now. I have this one. I got all 76 until they start releasing the new ones. But that's all I got for this week.
That's all you need, man. That's it. Man.
Right.
I'm waiting for my Uncanny Inhumans 11 hadn't come in yet, but the dude say he shipped it. So.
All right. So you which one did you get? Did you get the variant?
Yeah.
So I
got the other two. I was just waiting.
So you got the one as Antonio say D variant. Yeah. You got D variant. Okay, because you and Antonio are the only two people I know that got it. That's how rare it is.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Well, Vince, you haven't been here in 2 weeks, man. So you better dig up something.
Well, hold on real quick. Hold on.
Look, he finna go to the stash.
Yeah, you got it, man. You hear that, man? Dragon crate. You hear Dragon crate?
That's a glad bag.
I know I posted up in the room, so we'll start off with. I got a whole bunch of this stuff, man. It's ridiculous. See, this is all.
Wow.
right here is a good $8.50 off of eBay.
Oh, yeah, that's that Spider-Man grab.
Yeah, it is. It is. So I mean, I never got a chance to actually show everybody, on the show, whatever the case may be. I had in-laws here last week, so forgive me. But yeah, all basically Miles Morales. Just try and get that. I got I think another 2 series to catch up on that. But to get
$8.50.
Yeah, it was like 30. I want to say like 36 bag and board fucking comics for $8.50. I was waiting for somebody to swoop in the last like 5 seconds and like just raise it up to like $100 and some odd dollars, but. I was like, you got to be kidding me right now. I was like, this guy does not know what he's just giving me right now. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. $8.50, I'll take it. And then on top of that, and I know I showed y'all, but to get, the 9/11 black cover for free, it wasn't even like listed in the description at all. Like he threw in the extra comics and then he threw this one. This was sitting on top as soon as I opened the box. I was like,
wow.
You need to get that slab, man. They need to go out and slab.
That is the plan, because I was looking at it. I mean, it's in like, there's barely any creases up on the spine. Like, I don't even think they maybe read it once, if they even read it. But yeah, this thing is pristine. So pretty stoked about that one. I think for the most part, I didn't get a chance to go do my pulls as well. I was late leaving work and I had to go pick up the little one from school. But yeah, that's basically about it. I don't know if I ever showed y'all all the George Perez stuff I got signed during the Comic Con here. Yeah, that stuff was all good. But other than that, I'm probably gonna be hopping on the Green Arrow thing and Batman. Just keep going with those 2 good series right now. I'm just waiting for Flash to come out because that's getting real hot right now for me. Yeah. But yeah, Spider-Man. That's where I'm at. So
all right, cool. But you know what, man? While you talking about that, man, let's talk about Spider-Man. Just that Monday, I went over to Comics Plus and helped out Will. We were going through Larry. We were kind of going through pulling stuff out the back, and we came across that. Okay.
Man, hold on. I hate to cut you off, but I have to do this. Larry, I don't know if you picked up on the day that he said he went in there.
Yeah,
he went in there on Monday.
Right, the day they closed.
Right. Proceed.
Okay.
You got that VIP access.
Haters gonna hate, but man, and well, that's the only day for one. He can get stuff done without nobody bothering him. So we went in there, and we were pulling up a lot of Spider-Man, and he told me, he's like, if you see Miles Morales in anything, you need to start grabbing it because it's starting to go up. And so for you to come up on that, man, for a beanstalk and 3 crackers, man,
look,
and a Hawaiian punch.
He had put in the he had put in the group, man, how much would you pay for this? Like all the whole run. And I had put, man, well, Miles Morales, let's say I pay about 2, you know what I'm saying, for the whole run.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, I got this for $8.50. I was like, good God Almighty.
I dropped my phone when I read that.
Man, $8.50. Man, that's the cover. You know what, man? And if I'm gonna have to go back and rename this week's show, call it the Week of the Come Up. Everybody came on this week. The Week of the Come Up. This is absolutely insane. Good Lord.
Yeah, you can't beat that, man. $8.50. I literally was like watching my phone, like daring somebody to like outbid me at the last second. I'm just like, I wish somebody would, because I would go through this phone and punch somebody dead in the damn throat, and nothing worked. I literally almost had to pull over and just be like so excited and be like, oh my God. Yeah, it was one of those moments, man.
That's the run with the Spider-Man No More in it and the Venom War, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it. That's it, man.
I still have some more to get, but yeah.
I don't know if either one of y'all, anybody in here got Spider Island. That whole series went out the roof too. Larry, I don't know.
I wasn't interested in that. I didn't get really interested in Spider-Man until Miles Morales got into it.
I was an old school Spider-Man, Venom Carnage deal. But as far as like really getting into like deep down into Spider-Man, really, I was more of an X-Men guy coming up. So
now Me and Herman used to always go. Herman Tolliver used to always go at it. Big shout out to Herman.
Yeah.
But you know, he was a big Spider-Man fan. I was always a Wolverine fan. So you know, he had got that Spider-Man versus Wolverine story a long time back. We used to always argue about who had the most licks and who won that particular fight.
Heated conversation, that man. Heated.
Yeah, I'm talking about heated
licks.
Brother Al.
Yes.
It is your time, my friend.
Well, I don't have much, man. As a matter of fact, I might just forego it and do my books next week because I really don't have but 3 books this week, surprisingly. I pretty much got what X got. I went to the bookstore and didn't really get what I wanted to get, but I got The Walking Dead 158. I read article while I was at work, and they were saying that this particular book has one of the most brutal or goriest deaths since issue 100. Of course, that's when Glenn got murdered in the comic book, so that really intrigued me, and I got the variant cover. I picked up Green Arrow 6, and I also picked up Justice League number 4. So that's my pool, man. That's, like I said, that's probably the skimpiest that it's been since we've been doing the show. But I got some stuff coming from Midtown next week, and another book that I just ordered that should be in by the next show. So
man, y'all sleeping on Civil War, man. Nobody's collecting the Civil War.
But the thing of it is, I'm collecting the main books, but I'm not collecting the one shot, man. It's too much money, man. Here,
hey man, I don't hear nothing about money tonight. I don't hear nothing.
I mean, for real, to get all the one shots and the accused and
the story is actually decent this time. To me, this is how it should have been the first time. To me, they fighting over something that superheroes would really fight over. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually a decent story now. It's coming down to the end. They even extended the issue. It's 8 issues now instead of 7.
But I mean, I've been picking up the main, the main story. I mean, that's how I've been doing anyway with like the Marvel major events. Like with Secret Wars, I picked up X-Men is the Future Past. But all those tie-ins, man, that's just too much,
Secret War is a racket though, because you talking about each series they came out with had 4 or 5 books, and they came out with like 12 or 13 books.
Right.
So it was well over 100 books that you would have had to buy to even. And then the story was whack to me anyway, but I'm not. I
agree.
Touch on that.
You're right.
But like Avengers versus X-Men, to me that was a classic. I had to get all those.
I got those as well. So, yeah.
Fellas,
but I'm done.
It is time for our top 10 list, and this is gonna be. Now you talk about heated. It's gonna be some folk cussing. It's gonna be some folk. Probably come to blow. I can hear Larry now, man. He here. We on time when we do the list this week, so this is gonna be Larry. So, I guess I'll do the honors on this, just so we can go ahead and get this thing rolling. This week our list was our favorite 10 consoles, or top 10 consoles. Yo, brother Al,
go first.
Hey, by all means, man. Age before beauty.
Beautiful age. Beautiful age.
All right, brother. Go ahead, my friend.
All over light skin, buddy. I know you went first, so I'm gonna go first, so y'all can chew me up if y'all want to. I got a couple of ties on here. So, top 10 video game system. Number 10 is a tie between the Xbox One and the PS4. Number 9, I never had one, but I would have loved to have one, a Neo Geo. Number 8, Sega Genesis. Genesis does what Nintendo don't, if y'all remember that commercial.
Classic.
Super Nintendo, number 7. Number 6 is the Xbox 360. Number 5 is PlayStation 2. Number 4 is the Nintendo Entertainment System. Number 3 is a tie between Nintendo 64 and GameCube. Number 2 should have been my number 1, but number 1 beat it out because of certain things. Number 2 is Sega Dreamcast. And my number 1 all-time favorite video game system is the Fat Boy PlayStation 3. Reason behind that is because that PlayStation 3, the fat one, especially if you got like a 20 and 60 or 80 gig, it was backwards compatible.
Yeah.
It played DVDs. It played
Mm-hmm.
MP4s. It played everything. I mean, that was like,
bro, I had one and sold it, and I didn't realize what I had.
My disc went out on mine. My disc drive went out on mine. Hurt me. I
got a 20 gig that I put a 320 gig hard drive in, and it's got the yellow light of death, but I can get it fixed. I just haven't got it fixed yet. I ain't parting with it, man. But that's my top 10.
I ask you a question, though, man. Why in the world
is the
PlayStation 3 number 1?
Hey, man.
I just said it.
Chill out.
I just said it.
I mean, but besides what it could do, what about the actual gaming?
I'm with you.
Hold up, man. Okay, you can play PlayStation 1 games. So, and most of us, all of us in here are gamers, right? So I'm sure each and every one of us had a PlayStation, Station 2, and a PlayStation 3.
So you basically you saying it's all 3 in 1. That's what you're saying.
Right. Come on, man. One game system that play all
can't argue with that logic.
Right. Come on, brother.
I give you that if you going that route. But I like the PlayStation 3 by itself.
That's by itself, man.
Garbage.
It wasn't, bro. I take offense to that, man.
Give me some good games for the PS3, man. Besides, don't say Little Big Planet.
Have Xbox.
God of War 3, man.
God of War,
Heavenly
Sword. Oh my God.
Heavy Rain.
Resistance.
Heavy Rain. Ratchet and Clank.
So the same game that's on any other PlayStation.
No.
Nah, I'm just saying.
Hey man, I ain't studying you, man.
Let me get this thing rolling, man. Hey, let's go. Number 10. I'm gonna go. This is a little old school right here, man. Because I still remember getting this on the Christmas morning. I could play it during the day, but I couldn't do shit with it at night in the car. And that was the Game Boy. I couldn't.
I'm about to say, I'm like, everybody forgetting the Game Boy.
Yeah, the Game Boy, man, was it was cool, man. But when they came out with that
consoles,
it's a gaming console. Yeah.
All right, number 9, PS3. Number 8.
That's what the PS3 should be.
Xbox.
Number 8. Neo Geo. Man, if I could afford me a Neo Geo back in the day, man. And you remember Al, I don't know if you remember. You remember Neo Geo had those cards back in the day that you could save at the arcade and come home. They were already doing it,
Right.
So
it was like $600 out of the box.
Yeah, that would have been like $900 today. And today, by today's numbers.
With inflation.
Number 7, Nintendo 64. Number 5, PlayStation 2. Number 4, Sega Genesis. Did I say number 6? I don't think I said number 6. I'm sorry. Number 6 was the Xbox 360. And that's a lot considering I'm not an Xbox fan, but I do realize that the Xbox 360 was a pretty damn popular console back in the 2000s. And that was all because they got the fucking jump on, and pardon my French, but they got the jump on the PlayStation. So that they always top numbers.
But you got to go back and look at the PlayStation 2 had to jump on the Xbox.
It's tip for tat.
Other than that, the Xbox and the PlayStation 2 are the same system. It just PlayStation 2 jumped out first, so the Xbox 360 came back and got revenge.
Man, the Xbox it moves so choppy, man.
Should have had that Blu-ray though.
But you know what? Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this right here. Let me say this. I do want to say this. And we're all football fans here. So I'm gonna say this, man. The best version of NFL 2K, 2K5 was on Xbox.
Yep.
And I'm gonna tell y'all that, and I know that to be true.
I like
that. That's what I used to always
better
want to
than
play.
The Xbox version.
Yeah, the Xbox, man. That 2K5, man. $19.99, by the way.
The first Halo, bro. That changed the game.
Yeah, it did. with them bulky ass controllers.
Right. Well, you talking about that might be the biggest controller other than the Neo Geo out of the box, bro. That might be the biggest controller I've ever seen in my life.
Dead or Alive and Raw is War and Fever with the 3 worst games that ever come out, and that's what made me sell my Xbox when I got mine.
That Raw was pretty bad, man. Let me tell you a story. I know Antonio watching. I'll tell a story, man. I think Larry, you might have been working down. No, I think you. Yeah, you was down at GameStop, movie stop then. Not movie stop, but GameStop then. TC told me this, man, that for the kids who are watching, some profanity for to come out. So I go in the store. Man, and back in the day, we all big wrestling fans, so wrestling game come out, we get excited, So I go in, I say, hey man, how's that Raw for the Xbox? Antonio stopped. He get Antonio get that blank stare. And he said, I tell you what, man. He said, you see this right here? And he pulled a cartridge over. He said, you can put shit.
That sound like Tony.
And this right here. And close it back up, and I take you home. You can take it home.
That sound like Tony.
And it's no different than the game that's already in here.
That game was so bad.
Oh man.
He
I
said
got
the game was so garbage, man.
Dude, I got clothesline. I was standing in the middle of the ring. I cannot remember who it was, but they were outside the ring. How I get clothesline from outside the ring, man?
Side note.
That was
that
Mr.
Blu-ray,
Fantastic.
That Blu-ray I bought X, don't get it.
Which one?
That unreleased that unreleased Attitude Era Blu-ray, don't get it, bro. It ain't nothing but a bunch of house shows that they showing.
No.
Talking about their unreleased matches.
No.
It's a bunch of house shows.
All right. Number 3 on this list is Super Nintendo. Number 2 is Nintendo. And number 1, man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man, I don't give a damn what nobody say. The best game system I've ever played was the Sega Dreamcast. That thing was 15 years before its time. And Al, am I lying?
I agree.
That thing was 15 years before its time.
I don't know if I put number 1, but it was definitely. If Sega hadn't tarnished their reputation so bad with the Saturn, then they would have had some.
Yeah, the Saturn was trash.
Let me say this right. Okay, the Sega Dreamcast was a predecessor to a bunch of stuff, man. They had one of the first online console MMO, and Phantasy Star. Phantasy Star wasn't that bad of a game. Not only that, but the peripherals. I'm ashamed to show you, but I bought 2 fishing controllers because I had Sega Bass Fishing and Sega Marine Fishing. I got the 2 maracas, and I still got them for Saba Domingo.
Shenmue.
The games, man.
Shenmue.
I'm telling you, the man Shenmue, Dynamite Cop. I still got Power Stone 2. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was in their arcade perfect port.
Yep.
Marvel vs. Capcom was in their arcade, and you put the arcade version, the Dreamcast version of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. This sucker done win it, guy.
See, y'all think it's a game. See, y'all
don't make me go get mines.
Y'all think it's a game.
Don't make me look at them. If you put the Marvel vs. Capcom 2, the Dreamcast version, compared to the PlayStation 2 version, it was a superior system, man. The load times for Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was just like this compared to PlayStation 2.
I ain't gonna say it was a superior system, but I will say Dreamcast was ahead of the time. I will say that.
You ain't gonna agree with nothing I say tonight.
No, I
so
ain't
it's all good.
Look, I'm saying it's ahead of its time, bro. But come on now, you the PlayStation 2 versus the Dreamcast. The PlayStation 2 might have the longest longevity of any system we've ever seen possible. It just wouldn't die.
But like Vince said though, straight up, if Vince and Matt, if Sega didn't jack up with the Sega Saturn like they did, the Dreamcast would have had a lot more shelf life in reference to.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Bro, I was a Sega fan. I had pretty much every Sega system there was. So I was a Sega man. I still got my Saturn upstairs, and I'm ashamed to say that.
I got one.
But you know what though, man? You know what, Larry? The thing about it, man, is that and Sega they missed the mark, man. I think what really did them in outside of that Saturn, I know y'all keep going back to Saturn, but I think what really did them in is when people figured out how to copy those, play those bootleg games.
Well, the 32X didn't do them. No, the 32X didn't
do them
either.
God, Jesus Christ, man! Now, we can go down. We can go down the list of crap stuff, man.
Night Trap.
They talk about the Super Scope.
Night Trap.
Oh,
No, you
Right.
can't get on the Super
Look.
Scope. Nah, Super Scope 6 was on point, man.
Make your own video with Chris Cross.
Oh my God! Y'all remember that basketball game, man? That was on there. Y'all remember that basketball game, man? The night Trap. It was another game that was on there.
Night Trap.
That was garbage.
That it was that fake Mortal Kombat game.
Way of the
what
Warrior.
was the name of that game? Yeah, that one.
Warrior.
Yeah, Way of the Warrior. And I hear Tony laughing from wherever he is. I hear him laughing. Way of the Warrior. I mean, Sega just dropped the ball, man. And this Dreamcast was it was everything you could ask for. And this album stayed, man, load times. But Larry, you appreciate this, man. When I remember I had a buddy of mine, a guy named Kevin Thompson. Went to his house. His mom used to buy him all the stuff. So he had it before everybody else had. So I went to the house, man. And I remember sitting down on the bed, man, and I was watching him, he was playing football.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, hey man, put that camera back out again. And I saw the smoke.
The spiral.
Yeah. And I said,
Bro.
Hey man, what system is this? He said, it's the new Dreamcast. I said, what game is this? He said, man, it's 2K football.
Yes.
The next week, I went to work at Boot Country. I saw Al. He laughing because he was there. He was there. He saw
every
it.
day I'm hustling.
He said every day I'm hustling. Al went and bought his Dreamcast. I said, and at that time, which I'm not gonna get into this, but at this time I said, oh, how much they selling it for, Al? Okay, well, give me about 30 minutes. I'm gonna go down there and get me enough to go buy me one. So I went down there. And I bought the whole store, and I wish Antonio was on here because Antonio was the one that sold it to me. I bought the whole store. I bought 4 controllers because they had 4 ports.
Mm-hmm.
I bought 6 VMU. Y'all remember how expensive VMU was? And I bought every game in the library and walked back. And Al saw it. He was there. He saw me walk back in the store with all that stuff. And I played every single game. The only game I did not buy was what was it? What was the game that what was the game that had Cammy in it? Al.
You talking about Cannon Spike?
Cannon Spike. And do you know that's one of the most
that game about $200-300 now?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's one of the most expensive games that's out there.
I know a guy got it. Shout out David Even.
All right, so let's get this list up. Well, let's let Larry roll his list up.
Xbox.
Actually, mine real similar to Al's. Actually,
Xbox, Sega.
Xbox,
Sega.
Man, stop. Number 10.
Hey.
Number 10, I went with the Atari 2600, bro. I had to go back to one of the originators that started it all. I'm like Al. Number 9 was the Tower 20 PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Number 8 is the Sega Genesis. I was stoked on the Dreamcast like y'all, but it's my number 7. I loved it, but it couldn't crack my top 5. Above that, it's the Xbox, of course. Above that is the original PlayStation. Now, number 4, see, this to me where you have to look at what each system did. The Super NES, bro, is number 4 with ActRaiser, Super Castlevania 4, Super Mario World, F-Zero, that original lineup, bro. Come on, man, Super Contra.
Yeah.
How can you not put that in somewhere in the top 5?
Don't act like you didn't play Super Punch Out either. Nick Bruiser.
Come on, man.
He played it.
Oh, I played it.
Hey, I still own it.
Number 3 was the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 to me was ahead of its time too. Number 2, like I said, with the PlayStation 2, Jeff McCall, man. Come on, let's be honest, man. That lineup they had and how long that system lived. I'm not a Sony man by no. And see, X, I know X surprised. I'm not a Sony man by no form of the imagination, bro. But I respect the PlayStation 2, man. Madden on PlayStation 2, it changed the game. It was just like,
yes, it did.
And number 1, bro, I had to put the NES, the system that every 80s baby had.
And that duck hunt.
Come on, man. The Zappa light gun and with the power pad, man. You everybody was sweating in your house, man, running. Come on, man. And the dog laughing at you after you miss shooting the ducks. Come on, man. Everybody want to come through
Man,
the
my
screen, man,
grandma
and choke
master,
that dog,
man. My grandma mastered duck hunt, man. She just whip. Man, we go there, man. She had a 38 anyway, so I knew she knew how to shoot that. So
come on, man.
You were
Tecmo
holding it
Bowl
up
where
to
you
the
can get Bo
screen.
Jackson. You get Bo Jackson, bro. You can just literally run around the screen and run the time out.
How
Or
about
if you got
double?
baseball, you get McGuire and hit a home
Double
run every
dribble.
time
So how about double dribble where you can stand in that one spot and hit threes
and
all
hit a
the
three.
time?
Kung Fu, man. I mean, these games were just timeless because we ain't know no better.
but you know
But
what, man?
every 80s baby had a Nintendo, bro. It was part of your DNA. If you didn't have a Nintendo when we were coming up in school, bro, you were lame.
How the hell you don't have a
4
Nintendo,
Nintendos,
man?
and that was
Right.
ours, man.
But yeah, man. I mean, every room had a Nintendo in it. Your home
Bro, I
had a
don't care.
Nintendo.
I don't care how much money you had. Your parents scraped up
Yeah, they did.
and got you a Nintendo, bro. It was just part of DNA.
I didn't realize my parents spent $2,000 for 4 Nintendos back then. $2,000 back then was a lot of money.
Yep.
Brother
Like I said,
Al.
if you got the original with Gyromite, bro, you might have some Rob the Robot.
Right.
You got it.
I got a story I want to tell, but I want Vincent to go ahead and you what, Vincent? No,
I wasn't prepared for a list today, so
Well, give us your top
Oh,
five.
okay.
Give us your
Hey,
top
I
five.
can give you my top.
Okay, well, go ahead, bro. Ryan. We'll let Xavier go. Go ahead.
Go
We'll
ahead,
come back to you,
X, go.
Oh, I forgot. My bad. I didn't know you didn't go X. Oh, my bad.
Number 10, PlayStation 4. I can't tie it between the Xbox One, PS4. Number 9, Game Boy. Number 8, I'm like Larry, Atari 2600. Number 7, Nintendo 64. Number 6, the Super NES. Number 5, the Sega Genesis. Number 4, the PlayStation 2. Number 3, Dreamcast. Number 2, NES. And number 1, like Al, the PlayStation 3.
It's
Best
3.
3.
Still lost on that, man.
Here's one thing though. So how can you knock the PS3 but love the Xbox One?
Because the Xbox One was a better system. Anybody tell you that?
Oh yeah, it's a better system because it came out after the PS3.
It came out way before.
I mean, it does a whole lot more, but I mean,
Right.
The Xbox without the PlayStation 3, there is no Xbox One or PlayStation 4.
Are you kidding me, X?
No, he's not.
You see, look at that face.
you don't see the seriousness on his face.
I mean, great. Hey, do I need to get Sheldon Cooper in here to explain it to you?
Hey, please explain it to me, cause
You going gung ho over the Xbox 360, man? Please, that bootleg PS3.
the bootleg PS3,
Bootleg
but
PS3.
everybody knows it was the superior system.
Yeah, Red Ring of Death. That's all I gotta say.
Oh,
Yeah,
so now
Hey,
you
man.
want to?
Hey,
Now
hey,
you
I
want
can
to
hear
talk
TC now.
about?
Hey, you brought it up. I can hear TC now talking about the caskets. That's what you talk about the caskets. Oh my goodness, man.
I'm just saying.
All right, Al, what you got over there, brother?
Well, first off, I got a text from somebody's watching. Jeff Leonard is watching, and shout out to Jeff. And he wanted some elaboration on why the Sega Saturn was such a bad system. So anybody would like to chime in. Let me just first say this, man. The only thing that I know that the Sega Saturn was good for was import games. But you had to get
that little cartridge in the bag.
That cartridge that cost about $1,200.
Right.
And then of course the import games was about like $100, $200 because I had
X-Men Children of the Atom. That's the first time I had.
I had X-Men Children of the Atom, and I had Marvel Superheroes, and MC I let him get it, and I never seen it back. You know, I ain't gonna let you live this down, MC. But nonetheless, it's all good. But that was really the only thing it was good for. I mean, it didn't really have Knights, that game.
Right, trash. It was like a Sonic. It want to be Sonic.
Right. So anybody care to elaborate on why the Sega Saturn was a sucky system?
I think you hit it on the head.
Come on now.
Oh yeah, Jeff. I know you my boy, man, but I mean, how many games came out for it?
Sonic couldn't even save.
Yeah, there you go.
They couldn't
Exactly.
They couldn't even make a good Sonic game for the
Exactly.
Saturn, man.
I mean, exactly, man. Then they had to fight with the Fighters Mega Mix.
Right.
They had virtual onto whatever. They had those.
Yeah.
That.
And I ain't gonna tell no lie. I defended it at the time because I bought one. But years later, I can look back and say, to anybody who's listening, I apologize to y'all because it was bad, and I knew it was bad at the time. I just couldn't admit it because I bought it.
Yeah, that's like that football coach that I'm gonna ride the quarterback. I'm gonna ride with him, but when we cut him, I'm gonna let you know how I really feel about it.
That's like Larry and TC letting me walk out of EB with that bad ass Xbox.
Come on, man.
Don't act like I ain't coming to drop some bread on that.
Oh.
I bought the biggest collection or package y'all had.
Bundle.
But it was the days, that boy.
I miss them days, but I hate I spent that money on that.
We could tell y'all some stories about EB, boy.
Hey, I got a true story. You know, back in the day, I used to work at some of every place in the Macon Mall at one point in time because I was aimless. I worked everywhere in the mall except for the food court. I ain't lying. Hey, y'all know I worked in the arcade. I worked with TC at Babbage's. Yes, but anyway, I worked the holidays one year for KB Toys, and it was in the mall. And I remember it was around the time, probably around the Super Nintendo the Nintendo 64 was out. So this guy and his wife came in the store, and dude was like, yeah, I want to get a game system for my son. He been good in school and everything. So here I am trying to okay, they gonna get him a game system for Christmas. Go ahead and give him the Nintendo 64. I was trying to pawn Wave Race on him because that was my Jones back then. Wave Race, I love that game. I'm behind the counter, right? And behind the counter they had other game systems and stuff. And the dude, he looked up and he was just looking at the game system. There was a whole bunch of Nintendo 64s. He pointed at this one game system. And he said, man, what is that right there? And I looked and I pulled it off the shelf and I looked at the dude. I looked down at this thing. I looked back at him. I looked down at the system. I said, this is a Sega Master System.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boy.
He said, hey, man, how much? He said, man, how much this cost right here? It's about $79. He said, does it play all the games the Nintendo 64 does? I said, no, sir. I said, it's totally two different systems. So he looked at his wife. His wife had the Nintendo 64 in her hand. He said, I sure want to get this boy a video game system. Like a Master System. Can you imagine? The Sega Master System was the equivalent of the NES.
Right. I don't say they even still sell games.
Right. So you had the NES, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, and he gonna regress and get
the
Sega Master System.
Good Lord.
True story.
Jesus Christ.
If I was that boy, I probably would have ran away from home for Christmas. Man, you get me a Sega Master System?
Well, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna go back and get that Genesis and that NES they coming out for the HDMI. I gotta have that, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right. But that Super Nintendo only has a certain number of games preloaded in it, though.
Yeah. Well, the Genesis does. I think the Genesis is the Genesis it has more games than the Nintendo. I think Nintendo has 30, but that Genesis has 90.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then
they had Last Battle in it.
More meaningful.
Wow, that game was terrible, bro.
I like Last Battle. It was hard. It was that game. It was
hard.
Fist of the North Star called Last Battle.
Yeah.
It was hard now.
That was a Fist of the North Star game that was on Nintendo. I don't know if people remember.
Yep, it sure was. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, sure was. I think that East did, if I'm not mistaken. mean, last time I heard that name, Data East. Good Lord, I'm getting old. Shit.
Fighters Destiny.
Fighters Destiny, man.
Then they make us the gang called Bad Boys.
Bad Dudes.
Bad Dudes.
Bad Dudes.
I had that on the
I'm
Nintendo.
bad.
I'm bad.
I love that game. Y'all talk
Version was on point though. I like that.
Yeah, Arcade was an excellent game, man. It was an excellent game.
I would still say the Nintendo Entertainment System, the crowning achievement for that system is for forever will be Castlevania 2.
Man,
One of the best games on the Nintendo. You can't argue that. Like, come on, man.
I like Simon's Quest, man, but I'm gonna cuss, man. It was so. I'm still about to cuss, man. I can't get around cussing about that game, man. It was so different, man, and that's all I can say.
I'll tell you what, man.
I enjoyed it though.
You ever played Symphony of the Night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, there's nothing piss you off more than beating that. You ain't realize you got to go back through it to get the actual ending.
Then you have to beat it 3 times to get the real ending.
The real ending, yeah. Sure did.
But Simon's Quest, man, just made you mad, man. For like to get to, I can't even talk about it, man, without getting disgusted.
Well, let's put something. Let's talk about something that'll put a smile on your face. It's time for us to talk about variants, man. And I love the guys over at the CBS side. I talk about them. I talk about them all the time. For those who don't know, comic book speculation and investing. Absolutely love checking these guys out, man. Each week they usually have a pretty good solid list of what's going on. Number one this week on the list is, as I told y'all when I kept telling you, go get it, go get it, go get it. Oh, man, I'm paying $50. Well, Harley Quinn number one, man. This Dale Auto pink variant is off the charts, man. I mean, I've seen some numbers. I'm gonna pull this up here, man. I've seen some stuff. I want to see Vince's reaction when I pull this up. So I got,
I get some highly animated here.
Yeah.
You must have had a chance to get it, Vince.
Nah, hell no. Not that one.
So let's go here. And oh,
what? That first one, that $1,100. I was like, what the hell is that?
Money in the Bank. Show me what you think. Yeah.
Already.
Yeah. You know. And Larry, okay. I've come to the realization, Larry, that we're going to have to splash some cash, man. Because I mean, look at this. I mean, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
That thing is on par. Ninja Turtles number one.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely insane. But I wanted to go through this. Larry, kudos to Larry, man. Larry pulled this out probably about what, 3 weeks ago. Larry, the top 100 variants, man, and there's some really cool covers in this thing, man. I kind of skimmed through it the first time, but the other night I was sitting up looking, and I'm just look at these variants. Look how much they're going for.
Look at the prices, right?
Yeah. Just look at this. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. This one here, man, is like super hard to find.
Super rare, yeah.
That's like really hard to find. That is Brother Coleman. There you go. I'm sure. It's only $3,650 if you can find it graded.
Only.
Only. I mean, and they're saying that this one right here, Larry, right here, they're saying that this one is probably going to eclipse the number one. And you can actually see it right in there. A raw is $800. A raw.
Because she's sitting like, look in.
Well, there you go.
Well,
there
one,
you go.
It's Dell Auto, and it's that right there.
1 in 50. Yep.
That's it. That's why. It's Batman.
Jim Lee, wasn't it?
Yep, that's exactly it. Jim Lee. But did anyone hear today about they're looking at doing that? What's my man? I went blank. What's my guy's name that played the Joker? Mark Hamill.
Oh, Mark Hamill.
Oh, you talking about Death in the Family?
Yeah, Death in the Family and Hutch. Oh yes.
He teased it.
Yep, sure did.
Movie or animated movie?
I think animated.
Animated.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be animated.
Yo,
Well, you know, they say Deathstroke supposed to be the villain in either Ben Affleck's Batman or the Justice League, one of the two.
yeah, he's in Batman, but Ben Affleck signed on to do 3 of those movies. That's yeah.
This thing right here, I went looking for this probably about 5 months ago, and good luck. Probably not gonna find it. This was the German variant, and probably not gonna find it. I just saw this one now. I didn't even catch this one. The Venom Iron Man. I've
all
learned
those Venom variants.
Larry beat me to it. Yeah, go ahead, Larry. Go ahead and elaborate.
All those Venom variants, man. They go up there, and it was a whole run of them.
Yeah, I mean, everybody did them too, Larry. I mean, everybody has a Venom variant. I mean, and if you see, it's kind of like if you see a Deadpool variant or you see a Venom variant, then you need to go ahead and put that in the bag. All right.
I think Deadpool gonna cool off though.
Here you go, brother. Figure you might like that one there. Nice piece of work.
Well, that artwork right there, buddy.
Yeah. Once again, Gabrielle Del that's my favorite artist right now. I mean, I just absolutely love. I just love looking at old school painted artwork because you just don't see it. You see so much line art now. You know that it's just not common to see stuff that old painted covers. Hellboy. Now look at this DuckTales, man. How badass is that, man?
I like that.
Yeah. San Diego Comic-Con variant. We got to go out there, fellas. We got to get to San Diego Comic-Con somewhere or another.
One day. One day. I keep telling myself that.
And here we go. This is right here, right what Larry was talking about.
I would have took all of them.
I have never seen that. So I don't know how many it is, but I've never seen this before. So got me beat. Actually found this one Monday. Up there, that's up there at Hot Topic. Up at Comics Plus.
Comics Plus? Really?
Yeah, I've seen. We found that in the box the other day. That's there.
How much you want for it?
He didn't say. We just set it out. He didn't even price. We just thought.
Bro, that's actually one of my favorite Spider-Man covers. I got all the other ones like that one.
Yeah, we got
that's McFarlane.
Yeah,
Todd McFarlane.
Yep. He's got a black one. He's got the gold one, and we got, and I've seen that one.
I got the gold one.
Yeah, the black one is hard to find too. That's one of the ones that I was telling you about that had the Kool-Aid pack in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Kool-Aid pack, huh?
Came with the Kool-Aid pack in it, brother.
That had the points on it.
Oh.
When Kool-Aid gave you points.
Now here's another Venom variant. Here we go. Journey into Mystery 633, 1 in 50 Venom variant. Raw spot right at $500. I mean, Amazing Spider-Man.
Miss Marvel.
Now, yeah. Now I saw that somewhere and didn't pick it up because I didn't think it was. I was like, hell, it's Miss Marvel. Nobody's gonna pay. Well, apparently I was wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, you were really wrong.
It's nice to see Spawn on these lists. You don't see too much from Spawn these days. I mean, you're seeing back to back as a matter of fact on here. Red Hood, 430.
Jason Todd.
Yep. Guardians of the Galaxy. Some softcore porn for those who are watching.
Vampirella.
Yeah.
Batman special.
Right here, Batman. I've seen. You know what? I saw this somewhere recently. I actually saw this on the list somewhere else about this one right here. I think this one's one of these ones that's starting to come back around too. And it's a 1 or 200. Spider-Man. Once again, Larry, here you go. Once again.
That's a nice cover too.
Yeah, it's a really nice cover.
A nice price too.
Spider-Man 300. Old Man Logan.
That was a really good series, by the way.
Yeah.
I kind of hate they did what they did to it now. I think they should just left it like it was, man.
I agree.
Go back here.
Ultra Magnus, ain't it?
Go back. Get this thing here. Hold on just a second. Let me back out of this. Let me get this thing right. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. This right here is back. It's starting to poke back up. I've actually seen this on eBay a couple times.
Yeah.
Look at it. I mean, it's a hell of a fire cover too, man.
Yeah,
I actually went looking for this. And when I was up there yesterday, Al, this is what I was looking for right there. Was seeing if I could, see that around anywhere. I mean, it's hard to find. And there he is again.
Mm-hmm.
Put Ben on that dude.
Vince, here you go.
Good Moon Knight.
Venom again. And here we go.
Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty.
There you go, Al. That's what I was talking about earlier. Ricky.
How much is that? $350?
Yeah. Graded
Jesus.
500.
And that's one of the most basic covers ever.
Ever.
What you would say, Al?
I just Rick and Morty. I mean,
That's
Rick and Morty, man. Rick and Morty.
That's that Simon's Quest look, bro. That's what it do to you.
no. I'm just saying. Though. I mean, the cartoon is okay,
Right, it's hit and miss.
but I just don't see the. Never mind. I mean, for the Adult Swim, I'd rather see a Boondock comic variant or something, But
It might be out there. It actually might be out there while you joke.
and it might be ultra super rare. Or Metalocalypse.
All right.
And hey, that show is hilarious.
This
I
is
like
one.
it.
This is one that went out the roof with the recent rebirth, and it's mainly due to Adam Hughes' art on this particular issue, and it's a nice cover.
Is it the art or the fact that she had on the straight jacket in the movie?
Nice artwork. I've seen artwork. More Adam Hughes artwork is starting to just kind of is on the upward trend right now. And I've seen it in several places, so I'll tend to lean towards that. Oh, I know about this, but not that friend enough.
Golly, boy.
They finna make me get back in the drawing, man.
Yeah, I mean you can't go wrong. But you know what? I was actually before I found this first one, I was actually looking at the third friend, and I said, well, I probably would never. Now, Al brought this up last night. Was like, you did say you probably never get your hands on them. Lo and behold, I did. But I mean, it's just a hard comic book to find. I mean, any early printing is. I mean, you can see here, second print is 6,000, and then the third print is 35. But if you can find one, man, second or third, I mean, just go ahead and, as Al would say, pull out the credit card and just back away and grab this thing because it's going to be worth it.
Go ahead and pull the trigger.
Yeah, it's going to be worth it in the long run.
I see a giant size X-Men. I'm pulling the trigger, brother. I ain't lying.
When I saw this cover, that tickled me, man. When I saw
What?
yeah, that tickled. I saw that cover, that tickled the hell out of me. And look how much it's going for, graded.
Gosh,
that's crazy.
And that's an image book.
Yeah, image books don't do too high, especially Valiant books. Definitely don't do that well.
Except for The Walking Dead.
Yeah, true. Anything with Black Cat, man, is starting to go out the roof as well. This one here, I don't know if anybody, Larry, would you happen to have this one? This was the 24th. Would you happen to have this one?
I don't have the variant, no.
Okay, yeah, that right there, man, this is one of those. If you get your hands on it, this is it.
I got all 4 regular ones, but don't have any of the variants.
And this was from 1999. This is a mail order.
Yep.
Nabisco variant. And so, of course, this is going to probably triple right here. This is probably going to be a triple. Yeah, this is going to be triple.
By the time the movie dropped, that Ragnarok.
I've got this one. I've actually got this one.
That Black Widow cool?
No, this one right here. The Spawn.
Spawn.
Yeah, I've actually got that one. I mean, that's a badass cover right here. This right here.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
really
nice. Another Venom. That's a Valiant, which is super rare. And this is one of the ones we found the other day. That's it right there. That's the other one, the black one.
Yes, that's the one I got.
Yeah, that's it right
that's
there.
nice.
Man. And then it's 260, 560. So another homage. East or West, man. This is one. This is another one. Your boy might actually have this. Al, Bungee Man. He might actually have one of these sitting up there. And touchdown Deadpool. Another look at this. Another Deadpool variant.
I'm telling you, people better invest in Deadpool and get off him though, because I don't know how hot Deadpool's gonna stay. I think Deadpool is. I think Harley Quinn is too. I think both of those are trends. So I think people better get on them. And if you're in it for investing purposes, you better get off of them while you can.
Harley Quinn been a trend for a long time though, ever since she made her first appearance.
Yeah, I just think that Deadpool is one of those. It was just one of those guys that just people just the pop culture just propelled him the way he is. And New Mutants 98 is gonna hold value, but I totally agree with what you said. Like some of this Deadpool stuff, get rid of it. But then 98 is gonna stay where it's at. That ain't going nowhere. 98 ain't going nowhere. That ain't going nowhere. This one, man, is one that yeah.
That's a nice variant.
Yeah, that's a really nice variant. That's one that I thought about looking for, but I was quickly turned away.
And I got the standard cover, and I wish I got a variant though.
Yeah, I got the standard one.
This one is becoming easy to find. I've actually ordered the Midtown. For those who are looking to get these, Midtown actually has the black San Diego Comic Con variant that goes with this one on sale for like I think it was $10. So I got ordered that one. That's a pretty decent cover. That's a Texas Comic Con variant.
Yeah.
I really like this cover.
I'm talking to him.
Look at this Punisher cover, man.
Yeah, one thing.
I mean, that is
special bedtime.
Okay. And
fan on.
Look at this cover here. Al, is this in your collection?
Okay.
No, man, I got I got issue 500, but I don't have that variant. At the time I was looking for that variant, man, it was about $150. So
You mind putting them up for me? Thank you.
You got it, Larry.
No.
Yeah, this came out in 2008, so I don't, back then it was really probably hard to find
right
those variants back in 2008, man.
I wouldn't hunt them like that back then. If the shop had them, I might look at them, but other than that, I wasn't really on the variants like that back then.
I can see this probably going up a little bit with the TV show.
Right, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
More Venom. There's the other Spider-Man. A platinum variant, which I didn't realize. I didn't even know about that. Knew about this one. Howard Duck. Yeah, knew about that. This is another. Look at that cover. This is another one. This is actually going up higher than that. As a matter of fact, it's saying, what is it, 200 raw right there? If I'm not mistaken, I've seen this one go. Let's search number 1. There we go. It just started creeping up a little higher. And this is another. I hadn't seen that one. That's not a. Well, that's the what you call it variant right there. That's a whole different. That's the international. Mm-hmm. I tend to stay away from those. Pull that back up. Vincent sees I'm an Arsenal fan. Pull it back here. Here we go. Let's see. Right here. All right, and getting close to the end here. X20. This is another one, Larry. I didn't even know about this variant, man, until recently. And this one is
to that.
Yeah, and this is blown up as well. If you can see this one out in the wild and grab it. Xavier Reynolds, you might like this one here. Wolverine Origins, the third claw.
I've seen that cover somewhere, but the ones that I saw didn't have the blood on it like that.
Thor Venom variant. Venom Ghost Rider variant looks like. Venom, some kind of variant. Yeah, his Venom goes back right back. Wonder Woman, Thunderbolts. This is another one that's picked up right here. This is another one that I've seen starting to gain steam.
That's Rob Liefeld.
Liefeld, yeah.
Yeah.
I got that one.
You do have this one?
Mm-hmm. The
Get out
Uncanny
of
X-Force. Yeah, I got that one.
Get out of here.
And get who had it?
Comics Book?
Yep. That was back when Will was over on Zeppelin.
Okay. All right. Death of Deadpool, 45. And that's actually at the store. I've seen that one. I've actually seen the other one. That's the foil and CGC, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know anything about Enormous, but apparently the price is enormous. Spawn, She-Hulk, Lumberjanes, anything with Psylocke on the cover with Jason Scott Campbell is pretty much going up. Star Wars, and of course the old Black. This is the one that if you can find that one, then that's a and this is on that par with Ninja Turtle because it's only 3,000 copies, so it's pretty hard to find. So if you find one, then get ready to as they say, cut the check. So that's pretty much about it on that end. But variant wise, this was a quiet week comic book wise, and I think for most of us, I really didn't see a whole lot at the store. This is just one of those odd weeks where just the whole lot didn't come out, and I don't think we're probably gonna get much of anything until we probably get right in the realm of later towards the end of the month there. So I think that's pretty much about it for this evening. Al, guys, anybody want to have anything they want to add here?
Just some news that I saw. Suicide Squad actually outgrossed
Man Steel.
Sure did. So we're more than likely gonna be seeing a sequel for that. They showed a couple of glimpses of Ghost Rider and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They got some pictures floating on the internet for that. Something interesting that I saw today, they're working on a Booster Gold movie.
Yeah, man.
I
went out. I was looking for that last night when I was looking for that new news for you. That I actually was looking for Booster Gold #1.
I tried to give you a Booster Gold comment one way at Jeff House.
The unfortunate thing about that, though, from what I read, is that they're distancing Booster Gold from the DC cinematic universe. So he's not going to be a part of the universe, so to speak. Going to be kind of like a standalone. Why they're doing it like that, I have no idea.
So,
but I think that's a mistake. I mean, if you're already forging a universe where you got Superman and Suicide Squad and all the rest of the characters, why not implement Booster Gold? But yeah, it's crazy.
So are they not gonna take Blue Beetle out of it?
I don't think Blue Beetle is going to be a part of it. From what I read, I think they got a director and they're working on the script. And I think for the most part, at this point now, that's subject to change since Jeff Johns is like the director creator over DC Films now. It will be a mistake to actually do a character, even though he's one of those B-team characters. He could very well have the success that Iron Man did when he came out, because Iron Man wasn't considered a top 10 Marvel character either.
Right.
So he got catapulted into that echelon with Captain America and the Hulk and Spider-Man after Iron Man. So I don't think that's a really good idea, but I work a full-time job in McDonough, Georgia. So, they do what they do and I do what I do. But just from a fan's perspective, I think that's kind of dumb.
Well, to have an idea,
go ahead, sir.
To have a standalone Booster Gold movie that's not a part of the DC universe, when Booster Gold and Blue Beetle are like this, I think that's crazy. And they've already confirmed that they're doing a Titans movie.
I don't see how it's going to stand up, because for one, Booster Gold's not one of those characters. I mean, he's not really well known.
Right.
He's a popular character amongst comic book fans, but amongst the populace, he's not one of those people like, oh my God, Booster Gold's got a movie, I'm going to go see it. Like that. So, you know, to me, it puzzles me that they're going to separate him from the rest of the DC universe when they could easily use his movie as a platform to bring somebody else into the fold. Right. So, but you know, at one point that was the rumor going around with the Shazam movie when they first started milling that. They were saying that it wasn't going to be part of DC Cinematic Universe, which again, if that happens, is completely stupid. So,
how would you have a member of the Justice League not in the universe? Well, they're doing it with Booster Gold.
Right.
You gotta think about it, man. Let's be honest. That's like some of the lesser known Avengers. Unless you a real comic book buff, bro, do you really know about that dude? I mean,
True.
so
I agree. So I mean, I think
like it would. I'm gonna cut y'all out. That's like the cat. Everybody go look at Avengers #1 and look at the cat in the bottom right hand of the screen. The bottom right hand of the comic. There's a cat on there that nobody don't know nothing about. And he was on the cover. They were talking about it on the show. They're like, where's this guy been at since this issue? Nobody had even seen him. Nobody knows anything about him, but he's on the right hand corner of the book. Yeah. I didn't mean to cut y'all, fam. Go ahead, bro.
No, you good. You know, you got me looking up that Avengers 1 cover. I just want to see, like, as far as it goes, when you're dealing with that kind of thing, I honestly think that for the character like Booster Gold, it would help for him to be a part of the DC Cinematic Universe. Because if you look at Ant-Man, I mean, Ant-Man was one of those characters, like Larry said, if you're not familiar with comic books, you wouldn't know who Henry Pym was. You wouldn't know who Scott Lang was.
Right.
It's two.
You know,
right. It's two. Excuse me. Avengers #2. The villain.
I'm finna say.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at the cat. The cat. The space fan. The space phantom. You know, where's this guy been at?
Avengers 2. Hold on.
Wow.
On this dude with the green cloak around him.
Yeah, they're like, where's this guy been at? He was in the universe way back then, but nobody had seen him since then.
He got beat up in that one, and he left the planet, and he went to.
Hey,
I found him, but you know they beat him up some serious though, I guess.
I must be looking at something else because this looked like the Hulk to me.
Yeah, you got Avengers 2. You got to go
Avengers #2. Yeah,
trust me, you'll know it when you see the price. Don't worry, you'll know.
No, I'm not looking on eBay. I just googled it.
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, you go to eBay, you'll find it right with a nice couple of dollars, couple extra numbers on the side of it.
Yeah,
still couple extra numbers.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, that's how I see it, man. You know, it's like for example, they're doing the New Mutants movie, and of course, the New Mutants is set in the X-Men universe and stuff. But it would be dumb to have a New Mutants movie and not make any reference to the X-Men in that movie, because not too many people are gonna know who Sunspot and Cannonball and Mirage and Wolfsbane are, because they don't know.
Yeah.
But you know, Professor X has to have some type of presence in them.
They should set it up more like the Black Ops X-Force, if you ask me, because all those characters have been in a movie at this point. You got Wolverine, Deadpool, Psylocke. You had a dude play Angel, but nah. So to me, you could set that one up. But like you said, the original New Mutants with magic, no, that's gonna be tough.
Well, the problem is, man, if you think about it, Larry, it's the mutant cinematic universe for Fox does not have any structure. They're basically just grabbing money. That's it.
Mm.
Retcon when they did the first class and then class to Days of Future Past, and then they jump from Days of Future Past to X-Men Apocalypse. It's like it's all over the place. The timelines are jacked up, and even with the stuff that they tried to fix in Days of Futures Past, there's still loopholes in the story.
Yeah.
So you had Angel. Think about it. You had Angel that was in X3. you retcon everything and you're supposed to reset everything back to Days of Futures Past, but Angel is the same age that he was in X3. On top of that, and I've said this plenty of times, the whole loophole with Wolverine at the end with the weapon saying, okay, Days of Future Past saw Magneto tie Wolverine up in a concrete block and throw him in the river. He got fished out of the river at the end of the movie by someone that you thought was Stryker, but it was Mystique.
Right.
Mystique, right.
So he shows up in X-Men Apocalypse
Weapon X.
As Weapon X. What sense does that make? That does not make any sense at all. He was already Wolverine. That's why I don't like those movies, man, because it makes no sense. People, oh, the movie's a great movie. It didn't make sense. How is he Weapon X when he was already Wolverine? He had already had the claws and stuff, so why did he go back into the Weapon Plus program? Not X, but Weapons Plus program. Yeah. Why did he go back into that program if he had already had? It doesn't make sense. It leads me to believe, unless they get somebody to helm that New Mutants movie like they did with Deadpool, I have no faith in that movie.
Well, I was gonna say, I think with Deadpool, I think they might try to actually tie some stuff together, and that might be why. I think it was a smart thing not to put very many X-Men in the Deadpool movie.
Yeah,
now, I don't know why they chose. I don't know why they chose Colossus of all people. And you see they bring it, and you see. I don't know why. I for the life of me, I don't know why they chose Colossus, but
and you said it again.
Colossus happens to be one of my favorite X-Men, so I take offense to that.
I mean, no, I ain't saying on that level. To me, he actually played into the story, but I'm saying he wouldn't have been my first choice to put in a Deadpool. Him or Nigga Sonic, for that matter.
So who would have? You think about it though, man. Who hinted to it in the movie because they only allow them, if what he's saying is true. In the movie, you know, he did make a quip about, you know, we can only afford a couple of X-Men. So it could have been that when they started working on the script, Fox said, hey, y'all can't use but Colossus and another mutant that actually didn't even, she was the second appearance in the comic book. So you can't really fault the movie for that. Fox really did screw that movie over, but it was a success.
I mean, so they brought him back. They made Colossus, not the little.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I will agree.
They made Colossus for a whole movie though.
Right.
I'm like, man, you can't fit in that cab like that, man.
Yeah. Now, that was a little bit too far fetched because he was in that cab like them sardines with the mustard on them.
But it fit in with the overall temperament of the movie though. It was funny. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
I didn't like. They had him too soft in the movie.
Well, in actuality, I can see that, but he's a serious pacifist in the comic book. If you read like he's the dude is a painter. Like the dude, you know what I'm saying? I think what really pissed me off about it, and that's just me being the person that I am, going back to the nerdum, Colossus does not have the need to eat or breathe in his armor form. But when they first showed Colossus, that Joker was eating cereal. Like, and I had my head tilted just like this, like okay. But yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is though.
He got cup checked and he felt it.
All right, fellas. Well, you know what, man? We're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap this thing up, man. Next week, our top 10 list is gonna be from and I like this. To put a smile on my face, and I saw when I looked at it again. Top 10 action-based TV shows from the 70s and 80s.
Oh man,
Manimal.
So we will reconvene next week with our top 10 shows from the 70s and 80s. Everybody's number one is going to be different on that. I mean, I know what my number one is. I'm going to hold that. I know what my number one and number two is, but I'm going to wait until next week to reveal that. So, in closing, we didn't get a chance to go to Dragon Con, so we're not going to talk about that. But this Saturday, I will see Brother Rainey, and we will be going to the Bungee. I've got to go.
Yeah.
I've got to work in Atlanta this weekend, so I'm coming back down. He still got it? You went by that day?
Yeah, I went by that today. He still got it.
All right, so I'll see him. I may have 181 next week. I might have to take out a loan. I might have 181 next week, and we're gonna see. I'm gonna see what he does. I'm bringing cash with me too, by the way, Al. So I'm gonna put it on the table. I'll put it on the table. Cash.
Say, hey, I got this right now.
Money.
I think you talking nine though, for real.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say how much it is because somebody watching this show will drive right over there and go get it. So I'm not throwing a number out there, not saying anything. But we're going by the Bungee man, and I'm going to hopefully see what we can pull off. I've got a little cash in reserves just for somebody if I ran into that. Plus, I got to see the condition first. That's the other thing. I want to see what it looks like before I can make that determination.
That price he asking, man, I don't think it might be pristine. Well, I don't think it's pristine.
Well, I mean, if I could find it about a 6 or anywhere from a 6 to 8, I'd be satisfied.
It's probably that. I could tell looking at that from just glancing at it. It's at least a 6.
Oh, so you've seen it too?
Mm-hmm.
I looked at it today.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to him. We'll talk to him. We'll see what we can pull off.
It's up there on the end.
Okay, we'll see. Well, I will definitely take a look.
Cause I looked at it.
Oh, okay.
So I know.
Yeah, the vulture's already been circling.
Right. I looked at it.
But we'll take a look at that, man.
In 2 weeks already.
Yeah, we'll probably go. I'm thinking, man. I'm actually thinking about this too. And Larry, if you down for calls and you want to just meet me at Al's house or whatever, Xavier, I don't know if you got to work, but we can roll up. I want to go to Atlanta Classic Comics, man. I'm probably not gonna buy anything from there, but I just want to go just to go because that's a store that's supposed to have nothing but all vintage comics, nothing but old school. So I want to just take
like
a look.
181, man. But I actually like this one, man. That was like my favorite cover, like almost all time, bro. That cover, that's classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one there, man.
So we will check that out, man, and see what's up with that. But that's it for this week, man. Thanks everybody for tuning in. For Al, for Larry, for X, Antonio Weldon, Vince. Definitely glad to see Vince, man. I haven't seen Vince in 3 weeks, man. It's rough. You know.
Hey, man, that steel he got, boy. Whew.
Yeah, the $8.50, man. $8.50, man. And a special shout out. I'm gonna have to give him a shout out, man, to my man Will at Comics Plus, man. Thank God, man. Bless you for giving me that Ninja Turtles #1, man. Bless your soul. I will cook you a meal on Saturday morning. If you did what, my friend, I will cook you a hot meal to bring it to you in bed. Because man, for that price to get that, man, is I'm still kind of in shock. That's a reality. And man. But that's pretty much about it on my end, man. Hope y'all boys have a good one. Hope everybody else have a good one. We will catch y'all on the rebound next week. Me and Al will have the report from Bungie. Might have it, might not. We're gonna leave you over the clip with the old school Batman cliffhanger. What does Matman do?
Matman.
Check this out next week. Same Matt channel, same Matt time. Here on the comment hall and roundtable discussion. Good night, everyone.